Hi loves, it's Dina. Welcome to my channel. This Mama Loves Disney. Okay guys, so I was watching a tutorial on pom-pom bows made with pom-poms. And recently Tree, who is Craft On, hey Tree, she did a video with sequins in the pom-poms. Excuse me, in the bows. And so what I wanted to do is show just a slight difference in making them. That may be a little bit easier for some people. Okay, so I have my tool. I've already cut it. Okay, you just get the regular tool. It usually comes in this size, which I think is 6 inches. Okay, and I went ahead and cut it long ways to like 7 inches. All right, so these are my pieces, and it has the glittery side on the other side. Okay, now what I did next, oh, let me show you really quick. So I ended up only putting 2 in these because these pom-poms are a little bit more, they're bigger, and I didn't have any small ones of the black or the orange, so I just put 2 in each of these. Okay, and then the ones that are a little bit smaller, I put 4 different colors in there. Okay, and then I was just practicing. And this is not glued on, but I thought, you know what, I got to put that in there for Shark Week. But what I ended up doing is at the Dollar Tree, I had shared that I had picked up some of these seashells. I had glittered them up, and I went ahead and made a bow with seashells, and then I put them on this, well, I guess it's kind of like, it reminds me of a mermaid, so this kind of mermaid netting, or I guess fishing netting, I'm sorry, not mermaid, but it reminded me of mermaids. And I thought it would be really cute. You could just cut off the back of this button and you can just glue that right on. I haven't glued it on because I wasn't sure if I actually wanted to put a shark on here or if I actually want to put a mermaid tail. Okay, so let me show you really quick how I did it. Okay, so I cut this tool to 7 inches. You get some pom-poms, whatever colors you have that you want to use. This just happens to be purple, so I'm going to use 2 pinks, 2 blues, oops, 2 yellows, and I'm going to use 2 purples. Okay, and I'm using the smaller ones. Okay, so you kind of divide them into, you go in the center, you divide them to the sides, you leave a little space in between. Okay, you're going to fold. This was the best way that I did it. I ended up folding up, and then I folded downward, and I didn't want to touch the very end. Okay, then I got the side and I met it in the middle. Then I ended up getting the other side and I met it in the middle. Okay, and I kind of overlapped the middle. Okay, turned it over. Okay, and of course you can play with it. Oops, sorry, my things are going to fall. Okay, and you can play with it a little bit and get them to where you want them to be before you decide to, you know, tie it. But you go ahead and gather it in the center. Just kind of gather it all together. And you straighten out a little bit. You end up cutting off, I'm sorry I didn't mention this, but you cut off a little piece of the twine that's on the edge. You know, just give yourself a little tiny piece. You kind of go around it, hold it in place, and I just wrapped once, and then I wrapped the other direction. And then I came back around and I just tied it. And you don't want to pull too tight because you don't want your tool to rip. Okay. So with the little piece of tool, you just pull it like that. Kind of move your pom-poms where you want them. Okay. Move it to the center if it needs to go a little bit more over. Okay. And then I ended up getting some of this Fabri-Tac. I've been working with it all day, so it's a mess. Okay. Then you just put a tiny bit of Fabri-Tac right there. Okay. And then let it dry. Okay. So If you want, you're more than welcome, before it's done drying, to go ahead and clip the little pieces off. Okay, so we're going to let this dry right here. Okay, then I'm going to show you what else I was doing. Okay, so then what you can do next, you can put tails on them. Okay, so I went ahead, you can either use the faux leather, you can use ribbon, you can use more tulle, whatever you like to make a tail. Okay, right now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a tail out of this ribbon. It is not a wired ribbon. Okay, so that's going to be the size of our tail right there. I have another piece of tulle that I already pre-cut in the orange. Okay, you're going to go ahead and just put this together like that, and then you're going to go from the center and cut to the edges and do the same thing on the other side, and these are going to make your tails. Okay, so there's your tails. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to go ahead and pleat it in the center. Like so. Okay. Then you're going to go ahead and put your bow back on. And you can make it longer. Apparently I didn't make it long enough. But that's okay. I'm not worried about it. And then you go ahead and get another piece of the tulle, flip it around, try to hold it in place as best as possible. And of course you see my colors because for whatever reason, I can't tell you, I have Halloween on the brain right now. Oh my gosh. I can't stop thinking. I think it's because I've been seeing the Halloween stuff in the stores and I've already been hauling stuff. I still have to share some items that I picked up for Halloween. Okay. So go ahead and cut. Oh, you know what? Let me do it one more time just to make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, and then you just cut the tip, and there you go. You have a tail on here. And depending on how you want to, you know, you just play with it and make it look cute, however you want it to look, you know. And then you definitely have to put a center. So, my centers, I have a few buttons here. Now, depending on what you want to do, I mean, you can do so many different centers. You could put a trick-or-treat in the center. You could put a witch's hat. If I went Disney, I think I only have one more Halloween left. I need to order more Disney Halloween stuff. I think, yeah, I only have one more. So I have a bunch of little reindeers, but say for instance you want to do Halloween, you could put a little Halloween witch, mini witch right there in the center. Okay, and then same thing you can do for the other ones. You could put whatever center you want in the center, you know, whatever you want to put as your center piece. All right. So I thought I would share that really super fast and quick. I mean, if you guys didn't catch that, I mean, it was pretty easy. But I thought I would just for, you know, just for giggles, using Danielle's words, I thought I would try making one out of the sequins. So here's my 7-inch piece of tulle, and it's purple too. Let me see, I got another one of these. You know what, let's change colors. Why not? Let's change colors. Let's do yellow. Let's do yellow this time. Okay, so we have a yellow piece. I just have some tulle that's here, some sequins that's here from Joann's. We're going to put a little bit in one corner right here, or not corner, but right here in the middle center, and a little bit in the other middle center. Okay, and then we're just going to fold it over, and one more time. Try not to overlap though, okay? Sorry, my ring's getting stuck in my hand. Okay, and then we're going to flip it to the center. And one more time, flip it to the center. Okay? And just overlap this a little. Okay? Then we're going to go ahead and pleat it into the center. Get a piece of the tulle that's already cut. Pre-cut tulle. Hold it, kind of flip it around. Doesn't matter how many times you go around, just as long as you flip it around a couple times. And then go ahead and just put a small, easy tie, just so you can see if it's where you want it to be. You need to move it over a little bit, move it over. You have that option still before you tighten it too much. Then you go ahead and see, the reason why I thought this would be so much easier is because I noticed when Tree was doing it, she was putting the Fabri-Tac on there, you know, and trying to get it to you know, stick right then and there. And this way, if you tie it with the same color tulle, and look, I cut it ahead of time. That's because I know I'm going to do this. And you just put it on there just a little bit to make sure that it doesn't unravel. And there you go. Okay, and then you go ahead and decorate the center. You can put more tails on it, whatever you want to do. If you want to glue it just like this on a card, you can go ahead and glue it right just like that on the card. So I'm going to put that up there. Let's let that dry. And then, of course, you know, Halloween's going to be coming. So I'm sure the fall is going to be showing up in the Dollar Tree real quick. And this was purchased at the Dollar Tree last year. And this is just some black and purple with, black with purple cobwebs. And this is tulle that you could do the same thing. You can use this one for Halloween. So that's perfect for Halloween. Okay. And also I wanted to share another thing. So Kathy made me this beautiful card that had some tulle wrapped around it, okay? It was part of my butterfly, oh my gosh, I don't remember what the fluttering butterflies, okay? And so I had watched, I had looked at her card and thought, oh my gosh, I could do that. You know, I got all excited because I wasn't really sure. Until I have something in my hand, it's really hard to tell, okay? So what I did is I just cut another 7-inch piece of tulle, okay? I cut some paper, and I have these envelopes that have been in my stash I don't know how many years. So I just cut it to the point where there was a little bit of a border going around the card, okay? I ended up getting the paper, I put it on the tulle, so that it could wrap all the way around. I ended up getting some Fabri-Tac. I went ahead and just put it down. I held the Fabri-Tac and put the Fabri-Tac on there. Let me just do this one. I might as well do it. I went ahead and put the Fabri-Tac on here like this. Okay, this is crazy, but I have an old spoon that used to be one of my sons, okay? It has a Gerber baby on it. Okay, So I just rub this in like this, okay? I just rubbed it all in, and the reason why I use the spoon is because I know it's Fabri-Tac, it's going to rub right off, okay? So I just kind of rub that all in there. Then, I hope I'm in frame, and then I did the edges. I kind of just folded it and twisted it and just kind of got the goo of the glue all into the tool so it would adhere. Okay, I did the same thing on this side. And this just kind of saves, I mean, I know, you know, using a spoon doesn't seem, I mean, you can use a spoon. I was also using this bone folder. Okay, and then you just kind of twist it right here at the edge. Kind of twist it like you're folding a bed. You know, like you're getting ready to fold the sheets, and then you're going to tuck them underneath the sheet, underneath the mattress. So I just went ahead and just rubbed it all in. And you kind of just hold it for a few minutes just to make sure that it sticks. Okay, then I did the same thing, went along the side. Okay, folded it over, use the spoon. I know this is crazy, like I said, to use a spoon, but I'm telling you, this is going to save your fingernails. When I used my fingernails, the Fabri-Tac ate all my fingernail polish off, so I had to redo my nails. Oh my god, it was so crazy. And then you just kind of smush it in there, get it all nice and gooey, and just rub it all on there. And the Fabri-Tac, I promise you guys, it's just going to rub off. All that right there, you see, it's just going to rub off. Okay, so I did that. Now what I did today is I made a whole bunch of these, just like this. All right? I cut out a bunch of different papers and tulle. I put the tools to match. So I have the mint. I did it with yellow. I did it with green. I did it with orange, pink, black, blue, red, and purple. Okay? Now, the reason why they're open at the top, okay? So what I did is I thought, you know what? I'm going to have these ahead of time, so when I need to make a quick card, I already have them ready. So I'm going to show you really quick how fast this is going to be. Okay, so here is a Park Lane. These are like the big washi stickers, okay? And then here is some Paper Studio little dimensional balloon stickers. All right. And here's my card that I told you I had, okay? And this is just a really super quick way of doing this, okay? So like I said, these are all cut out. They're already pre-made. And all you have to do is fill them up and then decorate, okay? So I think what we're going to do first, I've never did this before, you guys, so I'm not sure if I should. This is going to be a trial and error because I'm not sure if we should fill this first or decorate it first. What we are going to probably do, let's decorate it first, okay? Let's go with blue. Okay, so we got blue. We're going to go ahead and here's another one of those sequence mix that is from Joann's. And another thing too, I want to point out, when you're not using Fabri-Tac, put the lid on. Always just put the lid on when you're not using it, okay? Just as kind of a smart little suggestion, because sometimes it comes, not this particular one because this is a large bottle, but my smaller one, sometimes it overflows and comes out. Okay, so you have your card. Now this is one way that I would do a card. This is my Nurse Terra pen. It's just one of those pens. It's a Prime pen, paint pen that is from Walmart. Just shake it up. Okay. And I'm going to go around the edges. Okay. Try not to touch the edges because it is paint. It does need to dry. Hey Tara too. I want to say hi just in case you're seeing my video. Yeah, so I learned this from Nurse Tara. You go around the edges. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do the top, guys. I'm going to do the top. Alrighty. So, we're going to set this aside for a second. We're going to let that dry. Okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and fill this up first, okay? So, like I said, I have this sequence that's from Joann's. It's Miss Sparkle & Company. Now, I've already sealed this all off with the glue earlier today, with the fabric glue. So we're going to put some sequins in here. That's a little bit too much. So, you know what? Yeah, that is too much. Hold on one second. I was going to add some other sequence. That's why I didn't want to put too much. You know what? This is kind of overpowering. I had picked this up, or not picked it up, but I had ordered this from, they were supposed to be Mickey Mouse heads, and apparently I selected the wrong item. So these are little hearts, and I was going to pour some of them in here. You know what? Let's pour some in here. Why not? So isn't that pretty? They are pretty. So let's go ahead and stick some of these in here, because the little pieces on here are really small, or the little holes are really small compared to, I've been saving these. It's so funny. I get these from the potatoes, and this is like a little mesh, and the holes are a lot bigger, so this sequence would probably be perfect for it. But I've been collecting these because I thought, gosh, how cute to do something for Halloween with these little purple bags. So I've been hanging on to these. Okay, let's go ahead and add, let's just add some pink to it. We'll go ahead and add some pink to it right now. So just a little bit of pink. We'll just put a little bit of sprinkles of pink in there with the blue. Okay. I don't know if it's really going to show up. It may show up a little bit, not a lot. Okay. So let's get it all down to the bottom. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and open this up, this packet of jumbo washi stickers. I saw one in here that said happy birthday. Let me see if I could find it. There it is. I don't know, maybe that one. Or do we want to do a horsey? Or is that a unicorn? I don't know. I wonder if we can overlap it. We can overlap it. Let's overlap it. Okay. So, let me move these out of the way. And let me close this up so we don't have glitter, or not glitter, but sequins all over the place. Okay, so these are stickers already pre-made. Oh, there's extras. Okay, yay. I didn't know that. There probably did say that there was two of each design, but I didn't catch that. And of course, Miss Alicia, who is Wagman 510, sent me a sticker maker. So if these happen to be non-stickers, I could actually make stickers. So that would be awesome. Thank you again, Alicia. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, thoughtful gift that was. Oh my gosh, that was just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so apparently Dina has never used these before because she can't even figure out how to get the backs off. Okay, so here we go. So we have one sticker. Let's go ahead and put the sticker, I guess right here. I don't know how well this is going to stick to tulle, but we shall find out, guys. We're all in this together. Okay, let's try this one. Hopefully we'll have better luck getting this off faster. I'm so sorry this is taking so long. Like I said, this is the first time I'm using these. And they're very thin. I don't know if you know that, but they're very thin. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this little cute little unicorn on here. We'll just kind of overlap a little tiny bit. Well, you can see the overlap through the balloon, but that's how balloons are. You always can see through balloons. Okay, so we have the shaker still working. All right, and then let's grab one of these. Gotta have a cute balloon to go with this. Let's go ahead and just throw a yellow on there, just to give it some pop. Okay. So there you go. There's our pop. Okay. All right. So our next step is get the rest of this little bit of sequins that fell out. Let me grab whatever I can. I'll salvage later. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. So now for the piece that the little bit that we're gonna have to close this up. So we're gonna go ahead and add some more glue here, and I'm just gonna twist this a little bit at the top just to give it a better hold. Okay, and we're gonna pull it down like so. I forgot I have my balloon on there. Okay, let me tell you something right off the bat. Let's decorate it last. I can feel the balloon pushing up. See, trial and error. This is my first time doing this, guys, so we're doing this together. Yes, we are. We're doing it together. See, if you're going to have problems, at least it's fun having someone with you. You don't want to have no fun by yourself. It's easier to have fun with someone else. Okay. Okay. So because we're putting it on a card, I don't think that really matters. I'm sure we could use washi tape if we wanted to. No, excuse me, not washi tape. We can use double-sided tape. I'm not positive, but I do have a bunch of double-sided tape here. I have some red line. I have some of the foam tape. But for this particular project right now, I think we're just going to go ahead and use Fabri-Tac. Go ahead and put the Fabri-Tac all around the edges. Put a little bit here and there. Okay. Put that lid back on. And I'm not sure if we should smush it around or not. Oops. Here's our card. Go ahead and center it. Just like this. We're going to varnish it a little bit. Is it varnish or varnish? I forget how you pronounce that. That's actually a new word to me. I never had to use that word before in my whole entire life until just recently. Oops. Okay, so number one, I am noticing that these stickers probably will not last because they're kind of just popping off. So this is definitely not the place to use these stickers, is on tulle. So after this video, I'll probably go ahead and put them back on their little pieces and then actually put something there. But we are learning that this does end up shaking. Okay. It actually seems like it's holding on pretty well. And then I guess if you wanted to, remember the bow that we worked on earlier? If you really wanted to, up here on the top, you could probably put a bow, depending on if you decide to put the card on the top, without an envelope. You know, it's up to you. But yeah. So those are my project shares that I wanted to share really super quick. And I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I apologize if this was too long. If you guys have any questions about anything. Oh, and I know what else I was going to do too. I was thinking of doing this when I first pulled this out, is that before I glued it down, I probably could have cut a piece of this ribbon and wrapped it around the back of it and glued it to the back and then put it down. So, I mean, there's so many different options. I mean, totally so many different options. And like I said, I've never used these before, so this was just a trial and error kind of thing. But I'm sure if I had the cut-aparts, or not cut-aparts, but the ephemera pieces, an ephemera piece would fit on here absolutely perfect too. So, yeah, so that would probably be, you know, probably your best bet. So I want to say again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next crafty video. Bye, guys.